There comes a time in every believer's journey when God begins to shift things in ways that are not always comfortable, but are always purposeful. Elevation in the spiritual realm is not simply about receiving blessings. It's about being transformed, stretched, and prepared for something greater. If you have been sensing that life feels different lately, that doors are closing, people are leaving, and challenges are increasing, it may not be punishment, it may be preparation. God often elevates his children quietly, one step at a time, and the signs are there if you are paying attention. One of the clearest ways God shows that he is about to elevate you is by removing certain people from your life. This process can be painful because we naturally cling to relationships, friendships, and environments that feel familiar. But what you must understand is that not everyone can go with you to the next level. Some people are only meant to be part of your journey for a season. They may have been crucial for your growth at one stage, but God knows that their presence in the next chapter would only weigh you down. When God begins to separate you, it is not rejection, it is protection. He is shielding you from distractions, from negativity, and from influences that would block your blessing. If people are suddenly walking away, or if you feel isolated, don't panic. Instead, recognize that God is preparing to take you somewhere higher. Many times, before a major breakthrough, the attacks intensify. Suddenly, you may feel more spiritual pressure, more resistance, more doubts trying to creep into your mind. This is not a coincidence. The enemy sees the hand of God upon your life, and he wants to discourage you before you reach your next level. But take heart, greater warfare is often proof of greater destiny. If you are experiencing unusual opposition, it may be a sign that elevation is near. God allows this so you can learn to fight with faith, to strengthen your spiritual muscles, and to trust him more deeply. The battle you are facing now is not a sign of defeat, it's a sign of promotion. When God is preparing to elevate you, he will not let you stay comfortable in places you've outgrown. Maybe your job, your circle of friends, or even your mindset used to feel right, but now something feels off. You no longer fit in the places you used to enjoy. What once satisfied you no longer does. This discomfort is God's way of pushing you forward. Just like an eagle stirs up its nest to encourage its young to fly, God will stir up your environment so you cannot settle. The discomfort is not meant to harm you, it is meant to prepare you for greater. Perhaps you are discovering new abilities within yourself, or you feel a stronger urge to step into your calling. You may feel God nudging you to write, to speak, to serve, to lead, or to create in ways you never considered before. Elevation is not only about external blessings, it's about internal activation. God begins to awaken what he placed in you long ago. These gifts are not new, but they are being stirred for a new season. Pay attention to the talents and passions that are rising in your heart. This is a sign that God is preparing you for something higher. Sometimes when you are ready to move higher, God will not allow you to remain in certain places. Opportunities that once flowed easily suddenly dry up. Plans that once worked now fail. It can feel confusing, but closed doors are God's way of redirecting you. He knows what lies ahead, and he is guiding you to something better. Every no is making space for a greater yes. Don't mourn the doors that close. Instead, thank God, because if he closed them, it means there is something greater on the horizon. Elevation always begins with intimacy. You may find yourself craving prayer more than usual, desiring to read scripture, or feeling unsatisfied with surface-level faith. God is drawing you closer because the higher you go, the more dependent on him you must become. He doesn't just want to elevate your life, he wants to elevate your spirit. If you feel an increased longing for his presence, don't ignore it. That hunger is a divine invitation to step into a deeper relationship with him. When God is about to elevate you, he will expand your perspective. Suddenly you begin to dream bigger, see possibilities you never saw before, and feel a sense of destiny pulling you forward. New vision is a sign that God is expanding your territory. He is showing you glimpses of the future so you can prepare yourself in the present. Don't dismiss those ideas, those dreams, those divine nudges. They are seeds of the next season being planted in your spirit. You may not have all the resources yet, you may not have all the answers, but trust that if God gave you the vision, He will also provide the provision. These signs are not random. If you find yourself experiencing separation, spiritual warfare, discomfort, the awakening of gifts, closed doors, a deeper hunger for God, and new vision, it is not by accident. These are clear indicators that God is elevating you to a higher level. Your role is to trust the process, even when it doesn't make sense, and to stay faithful in prayer, in obedience, and in hope. Remember, elevation requires preparation, and preparation often feels like pressure. Diamonds are formed under pressure, and so is your destiny. God is shaping you for something far greater than you can imagine. You may feel alone, but you are not. You may feel pressed, but you are not crushed. You may feel stretched, but that stretching is only making room for your blessing. Trust that the God who began a good work in you will be faithful to complete it. Stay strong, stay patient, and stay aligned with Him, because your season of elevation is closer than you think. Do not let doubt, fear, or the opinions of others distract you from what God is doing in your life. The path may be narrow, the journey may be difficult, but the destination is glorious. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. You are not being forgotten, you are being positioned. Every delay is divine protection. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every closed door is a redirection towards something better. Hold on, keep the faith, and trust the timing of God. He knows when you are ready and when you are. Nothing and no one can stop the elevation He has planned for you. This is your season of preparation, your season of stretching, your season of pruning, but soon it will be your season of elevation. God is not just taking you higher for your sake, but so you can be a blessing to others. The higher He takes you, the greater your responsibility to shine His light in the world. Remember, elevation is not about pride or recognition. It is about purpose. God is elevating you so that through your life, others may see His glory. So embrace the process, trust the journey, and walk with courage. If this message spoke to your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs encouragement today. And if you want to keep receiving words of wisdom, inspiration, and spiritual guidance, make sure to subscribe to Wise Advices. Join this community of faith where we seek to grow, to learn, and to walk closer with God every day. Your elevation is coming, and together we will step into the higher level